The art of responsibility is the place of what? Communication. I said the first art I spoke about was the art of what? Relationship. I said it's a place of what? Connection. The second art is the art of what? Respect. It's a place of what? Character. This one is an art of what? Responsibility. And it's a place of what? Communication. You understand why I said responsibility goes to communication. Anybody who doesn't know how to communicate is not responsible in life. Anybody who doesn't know how to communicate is not what? Responsible in what? In life. Look at it very well. Leadership is a work. Leadership is about achieving results, achieving goals. Leadership is about responding to current challenges. Leadership is about responding to current what? Challenges. Everything rises and falls on what? Leadership, according to John Maxwell. Leaders are to take the beauty and still what? Take the what? The blame of the organization. When praises come, we take. When pain comes, we take as leaders. Leadership goes with what? Responsibility. Leaders need to be responsible. To be responsible, you need a working team, like teamwork. You can't succeed alone. There's no leader in this world that you can say that, oh, you are succeeding alone or you are doing it by yourself. No. Then you're not a leader. A good leader is someone who has a teamwork. A proper teamwork and is working. This one is doing this, this one is doing that. This one, it's like building a house. One person cannot build a house. I know one man, he built a house, a story building. He fetched sand from the street, Kaswa. I know the man, he's there. He fetched sand himself, did the foundation, did the mason work. He don't have any labor. Did the iron rolls, bending, everything, wood, carpentry. He built a story building. 1 and 2. We are not story building, I see. Achia. Yeah. Since so he did the wiring work. He so now the one can diner. Yeah. 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 So in the area they call him Mankumisi. Yeah. Yeah. Mankumisi. I said, Charlie, why don't you get a carpenter? Yeah. Because you may think that you know the work. He went to those vocational schools, like those technical schools, so he knows the work. But like he knows every part of it. But you are not a master of none. Jack of all trades. Yeah. You're not a master of none. So he built this thing. And when I was saying that, and we were laughing in our office, I was saying it, and the assistant lady said, George, Miss Minimobu SCC. As I'm part of Accra, I called the SCC. Papa didn't see that anyway. Because the man was building the house alone. When he finished, he realized that he didn't bring windows. You think they are wise? Call somebody. You see, that's how come. See, when you're doing something, when somebody is beside you, the person can see the mistakes you are doing. He has finished building, Lento, and he realized that he didn't bring windows. You have to break it again. He said, you want only you. And I was with a friend of mine. We were like, was it in SS? No, we're not in SS. JSS level, and we were roaming. We saw one carpenter who was roofing a house alone. So as we were passing, and he called us that he was on top. We should take this roofing and give it to him. And I was like, when we were going, my friend were like, you see, Adrian Bonnie, instead of you to pick a laborer to take it for you and share the money with him, he wants to do it alone. But you will not succeed. You're shocked that you will finish and it will be leaking. Why? Because there was nobody to check the alignment. Nobody to check and correct you. In the same way, leaders, we need teamwork. As we are in a team, we can get somebody that we are talking to. But Patrick can talk to the person better than me. Why? Because he has been trained as a counselor. I have not been trained as a counselor. Did they give you both certificates? Yes. So he can further it and become like a recognized counselor. Like that is his job. But I can't call myself a counselor. Though I can speak to somebody. But a counselor will handle it different with experience. Yeah. That's the teamwork. You can get somebody in the team who is good with typing, writing. You can get somebody in the team who is good in getting a place for programs. You see, so you need a teamwork. Okay? So when there is a teamwork, as a leadership goes with what? Responsibility. And to be responsible, you need a working team. Proper teamwork also need communication. Have you watched this guy's movie, Tom Cruise? You're welcome. Have you watched this guy's movie, Tom Cruise? Do you know Tom Cruise? Do you know Tom Cruise? You know Tom Cruise? Hey, watch his movies. Do you know Tom Cruise? Jennifer? Do you know Tom Cruise? Do you know Tom Cruise? Maybe you know him, but you don't know that it's him. Have you watched Mission Impossible? You've watched Mission Impossible. The guy is called Tom Cruise. Yeah. Like when you watch that movie, you could see communication. That guy called Simon, the guy always on there working something, and there's always maybe another lady be somewhere. They are always like they communicate. They are what? Maybe 5 minutes. They are going to get this. They'll do this. Like you could see perfect because of communication, teamwork. If there is a teamwork, there must be communication. What makes teamwork strong is communication. It's not even the work that they have been accomplished. Communication. If you are able to communicate well, my issue in life is people who don't know how to communicate. I don't like it at all. It's true. When you see me fighting with somebody, it's communication. Like, if you will not come, say you will not come. If you be late, say you will be late. Like, find a way. I'm a pastor. We have WhatsApp page. But I have had times like the whole 8 months, I'm using YAM. But still, the group, they get information. Yeah. I'm using YAM, but they get information. I call one person, and I tell the person that my phone is spoiled. So, I'm sending you this message, plenty, through what? Online, email. When I send it to you, every day, put this message on the page. Yeah, I have to communicate with them. Communicate with email. Your phone is spoiled and you are there. You don't come for meeting, you are there. If you don't know how to communicate, you fail. Because of miscommunication, that's why people die before their time. The driver didn't communicate that his car has a fault. I'm communicating because you not sit in it. But I have to communicate. When they are going to, I've not board a flight before, but in movies they announce that due to the weather, what. So maybe they can't go or they might go. They want you to be informed about what is ahead. Yeah. Communication. If you don't know how to communicate, we will fight. I'll fight with you, sir. It's true. If you see me fighting with somebody, it's communication. Because I also don't like when you are like, I'm coming. That one I will never understand. So I told one guy that, you see that guy, what he's doing with a laptop? Yeah. There's a laptop with you. Oh, Mekojaba. Menam Council, Mekojaba. Then I called Blashos that the guy said, you should meet him at Destiny Hall, Examination Hall Complex. You got there, the guy never came. Oh, senior, now me see me Joe. Oh, me just some like he talks like those like I'm just looking at him. I'm a pastor, but I like the police, man. You understand? It's true. To shock you. Me, I'll preach Sunday, Monday. Now you see that I've tried police for somebody. It's true. Maybe people say I'm not a man of God because if you do small, I'll call the police for you. I'm waiting for him to bring the laptop and I'll see a scratch or something. It will shock him. You buy anyone. It will shock him because of how he communicates. I don't trust him. I don't trust him because of how he communicates. He might be a good boy, but he doesn't know how to communicate, so I don't trust him. Master the art of communication. If you don't know how to communicate, it will worry you. I'm not talking about how to talk well. I'm talking about how to respond to it. You see, because when somebody communicates, you have to respond to it. That response is the responsibility, no? So people who don't know how to communicate, they are not responsible. People who don't know how to communicate, they are not responsible. I will show you. So proper teamwork needs what? Communication. Communication is achieved when responsibility is taken. So what is communication? Communication is when a sender sends a message to a receiver and gets feedback. Communication is complete when there is a feedback. How many of you here got admission? Take admission. Okay, let me find out if you know what you did. When you got the admission letter, what did they say? They said something very important. Acceptance letter. Yeah. How many of you did you write acceptance letter? Did you write? Did you write? If you wrote it, and what did you do with it? Okay, it's a sign that somebody came to school with his acceptance letter, or the again, at the business school, the reception said, "What the brand wanna?" Did you read the instruction of blasting? It's at your age. So how did you pass your WASI? What they are upon it by Inti? I don't mean acceptance letter. And his big brother B was following him. They are bringing acceptance letter. So you didn't read. Post that thing. You have brought it. Yeah. We are growing. I want you to be somebody who is intentional about this life. If not, the big people up there that we're going to get close to, they observe certain things. They don't talk. You walk into somebody's office, then you sit down. Stand till they give you a chair. Stand. You can go with a, sorry to say, a foolish friend. Boy, entrance. And I say, the person you're coming to meet has not said, sit down. You want to sit on a chair and you can't walk again, then you understand. Yeah. My mother was arrested because she went to a certain palace and she sat on a certain chair. They were like, this chair is not for ladies. This thing, it's not a joke. They called all the chiefs around. Hey, they have to do some memory. Say it's not for ladies to sit on it. Ha! People, he said she was there. You could see that. Then this big person with plenty, it was a Zongo palace. Some Alaji will come. I said, like the way they are coming inside the palace now. I'm a buefu. She didn't know. She didn't know what. She's come to see the Zongo chief to buy a land or something. When she came now, and she also sat in a certain chair. Yeah, Charlie, the chair is not meant for ladies, and you are sitting on it. According to their tradition. Yeah. What happened there? It happened. That's finished happening. So, yeah. The way you let you buy cow and goat, next time you don't sit anyhow. Yeah. You have to be disciplined. You have to have that kind of personality, like you are responsible. Yeah. Every leader is responsible. If you are not responsible in this life, you can't succeed. Plenty of people are not responsible. The reason why you don't do your assignments is because you are not responsible. You don't want to take responsibility that you don't know you are doing it. Yeah. How many of you remember, I don't know if they still do it, maybe class 5 there. You do maths and they'll mark you, then you do something called correction. You still do it, yeah, correction. Yeah. Some people didn't do it. Did you do that? Correction, did you do that? Jennifer? Yeah, you do correction. Why correction? Waiting. You have to accept, say, waiting, and do the right thing. Correction, still people get it wrong. Or best another correction. That's what I say. Yeah. You have to take responsibility. Accept. You see, don't be shy that you don't know. Don't be shy that you are at fault. Accept that this is who you are and push forward. Take responsibility. Don't push blames. Take responsibility. And you will learn that through communication. They've sent you. Go and buy ice cream. When you went there, the shop was closed. Then you go back to your room. I don't have credit. Hey, borrow credit. Check my phone. I'm owing 12 CDs. I borrow credit. And if I don't borrow credit, how do I call you? So if I'm supposed to call you to inform you, I am there. I've not called you. And you come. And I'll tell you that, oh, today you're the one preaching. How will you feel? Impromptu. One of the things I don't like. I'm saying the things I don't like because you might be working with me. I don't like impromptu. Oh yeah, I mean yeah. Impromptu. I mean yeah. If there's some impromptu class, I don't join. I will not join. Even at half time, I will not join because I don't want to be used to impromptu. I don't want to do anything under pressure. They say, can you work under pressure? Interview, ask me. I will say no. Somebody saying you say yes, so they'll give you the job. Can you work under pressure? Where would the pressure come from? They asked a certain man, say, can you work under pressure? The man said, I am married to a gang woman. Next question. Who is a gang here? Who is a gang? No gang. They said the ladies, they can give pressure. Are you a gang? No. Not now, okay. They said the ladies can give pressure. They will give you pressure. You get serious in life. So the man said that he's married to a gang woman. So next question. He can work under pressure. Yeah. It's very, 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 very important. It's very, very important. This is the place that is my heart. I want you to master communication. Respond to messages. Respond to messages. Respond. I had a lady, a daughter, like church daughter. She was not being credit. She called with a number. And I said, like, she said, oh, that's the father's number. I said, then let me call you. Some people don't have credit, but they are sitting down. Why are you sitting down? You can't borrow anybody's phone to make a call. Don't work in the times like we are in social media. You can give people blue tick and you think it's normal. And the certain that has come, disappearing messages or disappearing after 24 hours. I beg you. It's not everybody you have to do that to. A certain lady or a guy, please, can you resend the last message? And I say, oh, what? Who was short memory? What's I don't know. And you can't remember yesterday. You can't remember. You have me, I've not done that too. If I'll do that, I can't do that to my designer, the guy who designs the flyers. Because there are some messages that I put there. I have to go and refer him. Because I can't record anything. Me, a small thing I write. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do, maybe the second thing I do is that I write the things I will do in the day. I don't be like, oh, me trim. Me that thing. I don't do that thing. Any me trim. I want to write it down. Please communicate well. You're going to work. You're going to go outside the school right now and start working. School life is different from working. If you did national service small, you will not come to work. You will not tell your boss that you will not come. So your boss to call you, why are you not coming? Madam, please, today I now transport. Oh, why didn't you say it in the morning? And the person is, okay, this is how the person is. People are looking for a job they don't get. There's a job in this country. It's not if you are before. It's your character, yeah. It will shock you. There are jobs in this country. People are getting jobs. Why? Because of their character. Some people, they will never struggle for jobs. They will never struggle. Why? Because they, you see, communicate well and always take responsibility. Yeah, communicate. Communicate well, always take responsibility. Yeah. Communicate well and always take responsibility. So when the sender sends a message to a receiver, the sender must get a feedback. If the sender doesn't get a feedback, communication is not complete. Communication is not complete. Have you sent an email before? So if you don't get a feedback, how do you know the person has seen it? It is WhatsApp that you see it will tick blue or tick 2. By email, how do you know the person has received it? If the person doesn't respond, you will never know that you have even communicated. So it is the feedback that we need. People don't communicate. I want you to be different and start taking responsibilities. The objectives of communication is this. When we communicate, you want the communication to be received. What I communicate, I want it to be received, either heard or read. I want it to be understood. I want it to be accepted. I want there to be action. So that action is where you become responsible. You respond to what I said. That's so communication goes to responsibilities. If you're not responsible, you will never like communication. Some people, when they send them, instead of, you see, they've sent you, instead of you to give a feedback, and you saw my feedback, and I was saying, yeah, they'll not do. It's true. Learn. I said, if you want to be a good leader, be ready to be working. Yeah, you work for the people. Leadership is not when you have crossed your hand and this one is going, this one is going. No. The reason why I will involve you in the work is because I want you to learn. If not, I can do everything on myself. Yeah, I could have stand here, do the MC, introduce and everything. But how did you also learn on the job? Yeah, how do you also learn on the job? If not, you can't learn. How do you also learn talking to people in public? Today we are just 10, just 20, just 5. A time will come, 500 people, you give it a microphone, you shake, you forget your name. If you like, let's take you to CCB, Monday, class. I will say, introduce yourself. CCB, the students are there, like for START or CSM. I say, oh, introduce yourself. Just mention your name and come back. It will shock you. You will forget your name. But when it's 3 people, you can talk. You know, some people, when they are late in class, they can't go. Oh, Rem. Oh, Mr. Rem, Musu Rem. They will never enter. Hey! Now when I'm going to class, Makole to Law Auditorium. Then I passed in front. I put my hand in my back. One lady said, "Hey, this guy now, you have overconfidence." Like me anymore. I'm got an answer. I don't care. But it was not like that. It's because you start speaking to people. It's always like that. Please, if you forget anything, don't forget about communication. I beg you. I don't have any message that I have not replied. If you have not replied your message, maybe I'm meaning data. When I say I don't have data, I do SMS. I do SMS. If I do SMS, it means I don't have credit. Please don't be known this Facebook, or I say Facebook, WhatsApp, like no blue tick, you don't reply to messages. Some people write, I've seen all messages, I'll reply very soon. You are not busy. You know, we don't have people who are busy in this world. Though. If you have time to eat, to bath, you are not busy. Some people can walk like Captain Smart. During the last 4 years election, he stood on his feet 4 days. Now he has not bathed. They say he's busy. The same trousers, the same buster shorts, just the top, and he was changing it. He has not bathed. He said, yeah, this person is busy. Some people are busy the whole day. Somebody asks themselves, Chalanopa Medidi. They're forgetting that even if they have eaten or not, there are the people they say they are busy. You now you've watched movie. You are eating and you've watched movie. You say you are busy. No. You see, you don't have value for people. Yeah. As a leader. You are growing up to become a great leader. These are the things that will make you. Your relationship, your respect, your responsibilities. Yeah. Let's look at one example and let us close. So let's look at the Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinta Ande or something. Yeah, she's a lady. These are the responsibilities. She became a prime minister 2017. Jacinta, I don't know if I'm mentioning the name well. Her leadership was marked by her emphatic handling of crisis. When they say a leader is emphatic, what it means is that one of the cardinal things about a leader is to be empathy or something. What it means is that what it means is being in the shoes of another person. If you don't have somebody who has not been in the shoes of anybody, like that person, he can't be a leader. Because there are times that this person is in a condition that you have to understand the person. You have to understand the person. If you are, let's say you are not a Christian, you are in a certain religion, I know that every Fridays you fast. If I call a meeting on Friday and you don't come, I have to understand you. Because I know that is your religion. You don't come out on Fridays. Maybe something, any example, something. You don't come out on Friday. Or maybe you have a class. We are going to pay for the place that he had a class. And it's like he has to go. At this level, he has to go. Yeah, at this level. This is his first time getting a degree. So you have to go, yeah. But if, let's say, you are matured, if you are going for the class, I would have insulted you. Since morning and yesterday, we have a class. I didn't go because I have to prepare for this. I have to do something else because I've seen degree before, and it's nothing. But you've not seen something before, so now you have to go for it and see how it looks like. Do you get me? If I say that tomorrow nobody should go to class, let's meet somewhere, you frown. But when I talk to somebody about it again, the person will say, "Oh, I'm class crying for something." Not that class is not good, though, but the person has realized that it's not the number of times you go to class that will let you pass. But because it's the first time getting a degree, you don't understand. So he was going to class. I understand him. For him to go. Because I can't keep him. But if he's working on his master's and he's saying that he's going for class, I will insult him. We are changing something for the organization. No, you have to stay because I'm staying. But because he's young, I have to be in his shoes and understand that when I was also in first degree, I was also not missing class. There was a day I was late for class. When I stood up, I didn't bath. Then I came for class. You brush your teeth, like you done fine. But one lady was smart. Lady said, when we came, the class was cancelled from 8 to 10. Then I left. I went to bath. The mistake was that I changed my clothes. So when I came there, 10 o'clock, let me say, 2 by person, I'm Charlie. This lady, this lady, I like watching it, because I buffed and I changed my clothes. So you realize that, first one Gary. Geography. I said, oh, this lady. So this woman was emphatic in handling the crisis, including what? There was a shooting in New Zealand, church and mosque shooting, and the COVID-19 pandemic. Like, she was so much into it, taking responsibility. Some leaders, what that they were doing was they were giving, addressing the nation, fellow Ghanaians. Naturally, we don't do fellow Ghanaians when people are dying. If you see a leader, this place, Alajo was a flooded area. Alajo, you know Alajo? You know Alajo? You know Alajo? It was a flooded area. That's where, like, your father and my mom, they grew. It said that when there's a flood, JJ goes to the field, like he goes there, and there's water there. And one day he went to some ministers and he was walking in the water. No? The minister, he was putting on like these 3 pieces. What page they say? I know, auntie. I am person home before. They said that JJ looked at him like this, and he just dropped that thing in the water. And like, are you serious? People are dying. You are thinking of your shoe and your clothes. Walk in it. You see, if you get a leader who is not there for the people, you see it too. You see it, yeah. I had one lady here, but she's no longer with us. If she complains of even her menses, I go and visit her. Like she's in a month, she can't come for meeting. I just go there to visit her. Yeah. Me, I'll come and visit you until I see that you don't value my visit. I will not come. If I see that you don't value my visit, I will not come. I can't come to your room and I have to beg you for water. What is that? You should know how to receive people. Hospitality is not a course, it's a character. Hospitality management is not a course, it's a character. People are paying fees to go and learn. A character. That was what Abraham had. People come to your house, the ladies. Now the ladies are 2, so now I can talk. The ladies. Somebody comes to visit you. You don't ask the person if the person will drink water. Don't ask that question. Will you drink water? Don't ask that question. If you have a biscuit, serve the person some. If the person doesn't take the biscuit, you can put it back. Don't ask the person, will you chew biscuit? So the only thing you can ask is, I have Fanta, I have malt, which one would you prefer? Don't say, do you take drink? Do you eat rice? No. This question that you're asking, a boy has come. And boys will like food. I ask him, do you eat rice? I know some people are allergic to some certain food. But one of the things you can do is that you, in a form of communication, like it's good you came, you've worked well, I have food here, so I'm bringing you some. Not that, the person can say, no, or something. If the person says no, cry, insist. Yeah. Some people, there's food, you know it. Okay, you know it. Okay, thank you. You didn't want to give us. But this woman was taking responsibility for leading New Zealand through the COVID pandemic, and it was an era where people were entering mosques and churches and shooting people in New Zealand. She was in charge. A prime minister, a lady. I beg you, take responsibilities. If you forget about anything, don't forget about responsibilities. Don't forget about respect. Don't forget about relationships. Okay, as a leader. And so I would like to end here. This is how we will bring our meeting to an end. Okay,